some flex rankings. If you want to go to check out the Flex 150 of Adam Rank, go to NFL.com/rank, and he's got it all set up for you. We've got some players here, running backs and wide receivers, in around that 50 to 75 ranking, and you're going to give us your top 10 flex plays.
Yeah, well, I'm going to start off. This one is I have really high on my board. I'm very bullish about Alvin Kamara this season, and especially this week, going up against the Carolina Panthers. Last year, the Carolina Panthers struggled against running backs. They allowed the fourth most fantasy points to the position in 2023, the second most red zone touches to running backs that season as well. And with a new offensive coordinator there in New Orleans, I have been grabbing Alvin Kamara somewhere around the 4th or 5th round, and I'm starting him. He's not even a flex guy for me. I actually would go there with a little bit of the zero RB type of situation and go out there and use Alvin Kamara as my number 2 guy. Or sometimes, if I could get the opportunity, I would take Zamir White, who, again, when talking with people, just almost gave it away, connected with the Raiders, they say he is going to be the bell cow running back there for them, much like we saw at the end of last year. David Montgomery is still a very solid choice with the Detroit Lions. We've seen Dan Campbell go with a definitive goal line back for most of his career, going back to Jamal Williams. And forgive me, I don't have all this memorized yet. It's Tuesday. Sunday, I'll be locked in. Speaking of locked in, I'm locked in on T. Higgins going up against the New England Patriots, who have one of the worst, like a team in transition, one of the worst rosters in the NFL. I don't mind saying it. Like, listen, I praise the Patriots.
But the whole point is it's the sugar coat.
I praise the Patriots for 2 decades. You can now wear it that your team is kind of taking a little bit of a back turn. Let's talk about James Conner. I love Trey Benson this season, but I think for week 1, we got to be all in on James Conner. He had at least 90 scrimmage yards in 4 of his last 5 games last season. The Buffalo Bills allowed an average of 4.6 yards per attempt last year in 2023, and I really don't like going too much into last year's statistics because teams are in transition, as we've been talking about, but at the same time, this Bills defense does not look very good, so I want to take advantage of that.
Okay, so thus far, in your flex rankings, T. Higgins, the only wide receiver that's climbed up into that top 4. Are we getting more guys here?
No, I didn't make the list. Like these are the players that were given to me.
Oh, okay.
They're like, rank these players. Like I can only put so many of these receivers out there. We will get to Rashee Rice. We'll put Rashee Rice in there. I talked about him earlier in the show. I love Rashee Rice this week, followed by Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin, again, everybody who's excited about what we're going to see out of Jaden Daniels this season, well, why not take his number 1 wide receiver, probably the most definitive pass catcher in this group? He had over 600 routes run in 2023. That was the second most in the NFL. Again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers allowed the 4th most receiving yards to the position last year. So there's a good opportunity, a good matchup like that. And again, there's a new offensive system in there. The mighty Quinn has taken over as the head coach. They've got some new players in there. And then we got Zay Flowers, just because, Jamie Erdahl, again, not better than DJ Moore, not better than Drake London, but still we'll go right here. And why am I still harping on this? And then, the final one right here. I'll put a receiver for you.
Yeah.
Tank Dell. This is the Texans receiver I would really want, but I hope I'm not just, pulling these numbers out of the air. We might need to go to an expert.
Well,